to fight Tyson.
Welcome back to Boxing Insane. The devastating punches, the bloody cuts, all with the cracking and bone-breaking, but sometimes not created by boxing legends, but it's what they have to receive in their glorious careers.
And he got dipped, and he rose back up.
So today, let's look at some of those moments when boxing legends lost for the first time.
Brooke will be hoping for another round like the second.
The thing is that a lot of shots you can see him down.
Before jumping into the video, remember, like, subscribe, and tap that icon bell so you don't miss out on any updates.
He's down, he comes to the uppercut. Come on, Robert, Buster's throwing shots back. Look at that.
Next, it's Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson.
With the exception of Tony Tucker, who Mike won the IBF title.
James Buster Douglas, the first boxer to defeat Mike Tyson.
Closing seconds of this, the first round. Wow! With the right hand is Buster through the first round, and that's why Don King has brought this show.
Buster showed up with quicker jabs and made the most of his 12-inch reach advantage over Tyson.
Oh, an uppercut got through that time by Buster. Look at this, Buster landing some shots here.
Iron Mike was sent crashing to the mat for the first time ever after an uppercut, followed by a 4-punch hook combination in the 10th round.
Douglas has landed over 50 punches, and Tyson's landed over...
Tyson was counted out by referee Octavio Mayrin, giving him the first loss of his career.
If 2, 3, or 4, he's winning the 5th round handily. Oh, nice, and all of that sort of stuff, but...
Mike Tyson's first loss is considered to be one of the biggest upsets in boxing history.
He's down, he comes to the uppercut. Come on, Robert, Buster's throwing shots back. Look at that, he's got him again. Buster fights back strongly. Look at this. Who would ever have expected this? Hit around and landing these. Oh, nice uppercut by Buster Douglas. Look at that.
Next, it's Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder 2.
For Fury, and he may have busted the eardrum of Deontay Wilder.
Tyson Fury breaks Deontay Wilder's winning streak and claims the WBC belt in the only major title he had not won in his career.
There's a big jab.
Fury continuously working on Wilder's left ear and jaw, getting close enough to lick blood streaming down his head.
Very entertaining ring box. The right hand got clipped.
Gypsy King continues battering the bronze bomber around the ring, and mercifully, with the champion stuck in a corner, the towel is flung to save him.
A right hand down, not underneath him. Wilder is in. Wilder is exhausted. Fury down.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Canelo Alvarez.
His career. There's Canelo with the leagues left in the third.
The crowd was overwhelmingly cheering for Alvarez, the 23-year-old Mexican hero, but he was no match for the brilliance of Mayweather, who did as he pleased in rounds 1 through 12 in the biggest fight in years.
Mayweather smiles as he goes to work upstairs. Against Guerrero, used the lead right.
Mayweather landed some really clean right hands, doubles up the jab, and Alvarez's face begins to swell.
A jab from Canelo. Mayweather scrapes the body.
He continued to land right hands against a confused and tiring Alvarez in the following round.
Punching, the sharp counter punching, kept getting
jab through the guard and next to the body. We've seen from
By the time the last moments came, Alvarez seemed to have lost his spirit and was just trying to make it to the final bell as Mayweather continued to land punches at will.
punch him, you know,
shoulders and Mayweather with the jab.
Next, it's Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua 1. Joshua's fans witnessed one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight boxing history.
ended up actually being...
Ruiz dropped Joshua before the bell of round 3 and then stalked and banged up the British star until scoring another knockdown in round 7. Joshua gamely fired back and landed some choice shots, but was ultimately overwhelmed and sent to the canvas again on what looked like a slip.
Dominic Brazil into that challenge of Anthony Joshua.
But when he got up, he couldn't convince referee Griffith that he could continue.
Knockdown. Joshua, big left hand that stung Ruiz, and then Ruiz right back to Joshua, and Joshua in trouble, losing his footing.
Next, it's Gennady Golovkin and Kell Brook.
He's dismantling him, yeah.
Triple G is setting him up, and if he's stay on that rope,
Golovkin stops Brook in the 5th round when Brook's corner throws in the towel on a Saturday night in London.
Oh, that's a heavy body shot neck.
GGG attacked Brook and then landed a series of body shots and straight lefts that forced him into the ropes.
The other thing, does he carry power?
Brook will be hoping for another round like the second.
He also damaged the right side of Brook's face with some heavy shots.
From the shots they've landed in the first 3 rounds.
Brook said his right eye was injured and that prevented him from seeing clearly, and implied that that played a role in the decision to stop the fight.
And Golovkin delivers his fiercest rally of the fight.
Next is Ross Purity and Vladimir Klitschko. In 1998, Klitschko had 24 professional fights and no defeats, but that was interrupted by Ross Purity. Purity proved incredibly durable to the Ukrainian's frustration. Ross launched his first major assaults of the fight, and by the end of the 10th round, Vladimir found himself knocked down for the first time in his career. Then just seconds into the 11th, Purity lands a string of unanswered blows to the head, and the Klitschko corner steps in. A damaging first loss in the career of one of the hottest prospects in boxing.
Ist der Boden.
Next is Roy Jones Jr. and Antonio Tarver II.
The other man wants to go first.
Jones attempted to repeat his success in the 2nd round as Tarver held back, seemingly waiting for Jones to make a mistake.
Right hand, good right jab. And another.
Just midway through the round, Jones attempted to hit Tarver with a right hand. Tarver, however, countered with a very quick left hook and dropped Jones to the canvas.
Sustained attack against him.
Jones struggled to get back up, but eventually made it back to his feet. But the referee deemed Jones too hurt to continue and quickly ended the fight, and Tarver was rewarded the knockout victory. Bernard Hopkins and Felix Trinidad.
Knowing that he's intent.
It's Madison Square Garden, and Hopkins has added the WBA belt to his trophy cabinet when he beats Felix Trinidad. The 36-year-old Philadelphian dominated the last 6 rounds and had Trinidad in all kinds of trouble. The end came when Hopkins lands a tremendous right to the head that sends Trinidad reeling backward and to the canvas. Well, that's our compilation of moments when boxing legends lost for the first time. Did we miss any victories that needed to be on the list? Well, what do you want to know more about? Leave your comments in the section below, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and tap that icon bell so you don't miss any videos from Boxing Insane. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.